back to another episode of Easy Weeknight Meals. Tonight we are making chicken in gravy with mashed potatoes, broccoli, and corn. So, tell you what you need and then we'll get cooking. At least 1.5 pounds of chicken breast cut up in kind of bite-sized chunks. Gonna need some butter, some seasonings. I like to use salt, pepper, crazy salt, crazy garlic. You'll need some bouillon base, 2 heads of broccoli, about 6 potatoes cut in half and then quartered, and then either 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup or a can of cream of mushroom and a can of cream of something else. I have cream of potato because that is what I had. All right, I've already cut up my chicken into chunks. I've got all my spices right here. I've got my skillet. Let me get the burner on. I'm going to put a tablespoon of butter in the bottom of the skillet and brown up the chicken. Okay, I have got my butter melted mostly in the pan. I'm going to slide my chicken in there. Okay, get rid of this. Move you closer so you can see better. Okay, so you've got your chicken in the melted butter, and you're going to add some salt, pepper, and this is all just how much you like. I like to add the crazy mixed up salt because it has some blends in it, just a little, and some of the crazy mixed up garlic. In the meantime, I have my potatoes over here in the water with the burner on. Yay! So they will boil for about 15 to 20 minutes. We'll check them with a fork, see if they're good, and then we'll mash them up. Okay, chicken's cooking away here. You want to give it a stir. Make sure you're going to saute it in that butter. So make sure you're moving it around. You don't want it to stick. You want it to get all that buttery goodness, but not a ton of butter. It's not something that you want to eat a lot of, but a little bit's okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the water for my broccoli that I can steam in my steamer here. And I've already got my broccoli. I washed it off and I cut it into florets, basically bite-sized pieces. When the water is boiling, we'll put this in there. It'll steam it up from the bottom. It'll take about 10 minutes. You kind of have to time things. And then I've showed you this before, my microwave here. I've got my corn all fixed up, just a can of corn, just whole kernel corn with salt, pepper, a little bit of crazy salt, and about a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons maybe of sugar. I'll cook that for about 4 minutes. I'll drain off the juice, the water, and then I will put a tablespoon of butter and let that melt in there, and then that will be ready to go. So let's see if I can get this back together. Okay. I just realized that I don't think half of the things that I've tried to film have actually filmed, so I may have to go back and explain some things. All right, I have dumped my potatoes into my colander and I've let them drain. Now I'm going to dump them into my bowl, like so. Then we're going to add about, let's see, 3 tablespoons of butter. 3 tablespoons of butter we'll add to this. Chop it up. That looks pretty good. Let that melt in there. Okay, I've got a masher. It's just a cheap one from Walmart. And I really should have done that before the butter thing, but that's okay. It's gonna get messed up anyway. So, and that'll help mash up your butter and help it melt faster. So if you just want smashed potatoes, you could just do this. Just mush them up with your masher by hand, like those. However chunky you want them. think my broccoli's done. All right, there. So if that's all you wanted to do, then you just add a little bit of milk and stir it around and you're good. All right, so let's mush this up a little bit. I wanted to show you the lovely broccoli. Look how pretty it is. See, it should still be a really bright green, but it should be a little tender, but not like mushy. That's perfectly steamed broccoli. Yum. Put that over here where it can cool off. I've turned the heat off of my everything else. I've got a spoon. Add some milk. About 1/4 cup. Let me go get my mixer so I can show you how to mix it. All right, I have got my hand mixer. I'm gonna mix up a little bit in here. This is pretty stiff, so I'm probably gonna need more milk. We're actually looking like we're gonna need more butter too, so let me go get some. Okay, I've added another splash of milk and another pat of butter, which the butter's very cold, so it may not mix very well. Put that in there a little bit, turn on low, mix that up. All right, here is where I need to explain some things. So after you brown your chicken, then you're gonna add the 2 cans of the cream of whatever soup and a little bit of milk to thin it and just stir it into your chicken and let it simmer until it's heated through. All right, here's our yummy chicken, all bubbled and ready. Put that in a serving dish. Fluffy mashed potatoes, chicken and gravy, yummy corn. See, the butter got all melted. And broccoli. Yum. All right, here is the finished product. We like to put the mashed potatoes on first and then spoon over the chicken and gravy and then put our sides on and go eat. Bon appetit. Okay, today's easy weeknight meal is a crock pot recipe called slow cooker herb chicken and potatoes. For this meal, you will need 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts or thighs. I did 8 red skin potatoes washed and quartered. Then you're going to toss that with 3 tablespoons of oil. I used olive oil. Then 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning blend, a teaspoon of garlic powder, salt and pepper to taste, and then you can garnish with fresh herbs. So what I did was I put my slightly thawed, these are not completely thawed, chicken breasts in the bottom of my crock pot. I put a little bit of salt and pepper and just a little sprinkle of Italian seasoning over the top. Then I'm going to dump my potatoes that have been tossed with the oil and all the seasonings. Dump that in there, and then there's some stuff still left in there, so I'm gonna scrape it in there. Now I did change how I did this a little bit because I need this to be able to cook for about 8 hours because I will be gone all day when I'm at school. So we're doing like a real life scenario here. I've never tried this recipe before. I'll let you know how it goes. But I just threw the potatoes with the seasonings on top. I'm gonna cover it. Cover it and I'll cook it on low for about 8 hours and let you know how it turns out. Here is the meal all finished. There are the potatoes. Sorry, that's the chicken. There are the potatoes. Ooh, bad lighting. And it's very tasty. I would suggest adding more salt because it's pretty mild. But all in all, a good meal. Hope you enjoy. Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. I am getting ready to put some chicken enchiladas in the crock pot. Well, they won't actually be enchiladas till later, but this will be the filling, and it will cook all day, and then all I'll have to do is fill some shells when I get home. Because I'm planning to go into my classroom today and work and try to get everything done, all the little touches, and then maybe I can film my classroom tour, yay, and I can show that to you very soon. But sorry for the shaky camera. I don't feel very good this morning. I've got an awful headache that it started yesterday and it went through the evening into the night. I couldn't sleep very well. When I finally did fall asleep, I woke up at 4 feeling very sick. And so I'm doing my best to not be sick. I'm trying to have a positive attitude and kind of positive out the pain. But it's kind of overtaking me a little bit. But I need to go in and get it done. This is really my last day that I have a full day to do that because tomorrow is Friday and I have a hair appointment at 10 and I could probably go in after my hair appointment, but it's going to be one of those long ones where I'm getting my color redone, I'm getting a haircut and all that stuff. So that's probably going to be about a 3-hour appointment. I'm not sure I'm going to feel like going to my classroom after that. We'll see. But if I do, I will be sure to let you know. So this is an easy way to make chicken enchiladas. So I've got my crock pot out, as you can see, and I've just put in frozen chicken breasts. I have 1.5 pounds of frozen chicken breasts, and you see some seasoning on there. I just used some salt, some pepper, some crazy salt, and some crazy mixed up garlic. Then I'm going to add a block of cream cheese and 1/2 can of this green chili enchilada sauce. So let me put the enchilada sauce on top of the chicken, about 1/2 can. Let's see if I can eyeball this. Just kind of pour it over the chicken so it kind of cooks into the chicken. A little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. And the rest of this will just go into the refrigerator, because when you put your enchiladas together, you will pour this over the top and then sprinkle cheese over it. Okay, let me put the cream cheese block on and I'll be right back. Okay, I have put the block of cream cheese on top of the frozen chicken, and you can see some fingerprints where I smushed it in there. I kind of chopped it in half with my spatula, and then I pushed it, smushed it, smashed it, whatever, kind of to stick it to the chicken so it wouldn't get too hot too quickly. I'm not sure that's necessary, but it won't hurt anything because cream cheese melts, you know, pretty quickly. So this way, hopefully it won't burn. So that's just gonna cook for like 6 hours. I'll probably be gone close to 8 maybe. Let's see, it's 7:45, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 8 hours. I'll be gone about 8 hours if I stay till 4. That's a normal work day. So I'm kind of, when I'm doing these crock pot meals with you, I'm trying to simulate what it would be like if I were at school already, because that's going to happen on Monday. Oh my goodness. Kind of excited. I'm really excited. Not so excited about summer ending because I love all the free time and being a person, but I'm really excited for this school year. I'm super pumped. I have a really good attitude going into this year, and that can't be anything but good. So, and I'll explain that more later, but this is what it is. So you're going to turn it onto low, and you'll get your lid, and you'll put it on. If I'm coordinated enough, which I am not. There we go. Whoop, nope. There we go. Okay, and as I said before, make sure you put like a matte hot pad underneath your crock pot, because it gets super hot down here, and it can hurt your countertops. So there it is. It's just going to cook away all day. It's going to smell amazing when I walk in later. So I will show you how I do to finish this. What I do, yeah. So I will show you what I do to finish this off and what it looks like, and then what it looks like when it's all finished and ready to eat, and how it tastes. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hi, I just wanted to show you a little trick. Since I'm going to need to save half of this enchilada sauce to pour over the top of my enchiladas later, instead of putting plastic wrap or aluminum foil over the top of the can, I first tried to put it in a sandwich bag. It wasn't quite tall enough, so I just stuck that inside a freezer-sized quart bag. And that way, if for some reason, if it gets knocked over in the refrigerator, it's not going to spill on anything. That's going to keep anything from getting in it. It's going to keep it fresh. Hi there. I just wanted to show you our little baby kitties. This is one of our outside girls. That is Olive. And she has 3 little baby kitties. She has 2 gray and 1 black. And there's 1 gray and 1 black out there on the deck. They're very, very skittish. So if I were to go out there, they would run away. I don't want to scare them. Olive is very friendly, but her kitties are very scared because they're not used to people. So you can see that Olive's kind of staring me down because she's like, what are you doing? But I just thought I'd show you the cuteness. I'm not sure where the other baby is, but they've knocked the food over, as you can see. We have about 7 adult outside cats that we take care of that kind of hang out here, plus our 4 inside cats. It just kind of happened that way. So whenever we can catch them safely, I do take them to the vet and have them spayed and neutered. It is a very slow process because they are very skittish. They will let me pet them because I'm the one that feeds them every day, and I talk to them, and I've earned their trust, and I pet them and things. But as far as getting them into a cat carrier and taking them in the car to the vet, it's not an easy process. So I'm still working on it, which is why we have another set of babies. So yeah, we're trying to get rid of that problem and just kind of let this little colony just kind of live out its life here on our little property. We have about 3.5 acres. There's some of it right there. You can see. It's kind of dark. Sorry, it's very overcast. Plus, I don't have the light on in here, but you can kind of see that's our backyard there. I'll go that way. We don't have super close neighbors in the back. Back there is a horse barn, not our horses, but our property goes all the way back to that fence back there. And then we do have neighbors to the side of us, on both sides actually, but they're not super close, which is nice because we live outside of the city limits. If you were to go that way, that's the highway, and there's a highway that way, a county road. So, but we're down a little ways. It's nice. It's peaceful out here. I enjoy it. I would like to spend some more time on the deck. It's been too hot though. It's just not enjoyable when it's hot. So there's just a little sneak peek of some of our backyard and our kitties. All right, I have been gone for a very long time. It is now 5:15 and I left at 7:45 right after I put this in. So let's see what this looks like after I mash it up and shred it. Here is what it looks like after I shredded it and stirred it up. Looks pretty tasty, and I took a little sample and it tasted really good. So now let me put together the enchiladas and get them in the oven. Okay, I have got 2 pans to bake this in, 1 to freeze for later and 1 to cook for now. I've got corn and black beans for my daughter the vegetarian. I've got the chicken cream cheese and enchilada sauce mixture here, and I've got shredded cheddar cheese to put on top. Here is a flour tortilla. These are the burrito size. You can use whatever size you want. So to make one of these, you just put a scoop or spoonful of the chicken mixture inside. You can make it however big you want. Okay. Put it on there. And you're going to roll it up like so. And I've sprayed the pans with nonstick spray and lay it sling side down. Okay, I'm just going to keep making these. I'll show you a corn and black bean one. Actually, maybe a little bit less so she can have 2. So I think there's enough of the beans to do 2 of these too. That looks pretty good. Okay, we'll just dump that in there because it's going to go together anyway. Alright. And for her, I'm going to put a little bit of cheese inside too because she doesn't have any cream cheese in her mixture. Like that. Roll up the sides. Wrap it. Oops. Sure. Okay. There, we have 2 pans of burritos. 2 meals. Alright. Cannot wait to show you the progress I made. I'm not quite ready for my classroom reveal. I have one big project to make over the weekend, and then I think I'll be ready. Okay, so I have like half a can. You see that in there? Half a can of the enchilada sauce. This is just the green chili enchilada sauce. And I'm going to pour it over the top of the enchiladas. Like that. Just kind of use it up. And if I felt like I cared that much, I would probably scrape out the rest of it. But I am tired and don't feel good, so that's going to be good. All right, then you're going to take your cheese. Ooh, that one kind of slopped over the edge. We don't want that. Cheese. Sprinkle that over. All right. This one, I'm just going to use the cheese on this one. Here we go. I have another bag. That looks tasty. Okay. This one's going to get wrapped in foil and have directions written on the foil and go in the freezer. Yay. This one I'm going to open with my handy scissors because it's been vacuum sealed. That's why it looks so crazy. Sucked all the air out of that puppy and it squished it. All right, now let's let the air back in, and then just dump it in the cheese container here, cheese bag. Dump it in here. reconstitute some air in there. There we go. Okay, and then we'll put cheese on top of this pan. You see it? There we go, that's better. Cheese over the top of this one. Yummy, yummy. Now, if you like more enchilada sauce, by all means, please put as much as you want on there. Okay. Well, that looks pretty good. My husband has not called yet, so I don't know if I should put the enchiladas in or not. I think I just will. All right, so this is gonna go in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes or so. You can kind of watch, it depends on your oven. Just kind of watch it when the cheese is all melted and looks good. And yeah, when the cheese is all melted, I can talk. When the cheese is all melted, then it should be done. Okay, so I'll come back in just a little bit and I'll show you the finished product. Whoops, forgot to tell you, you need to put foil over the top or it will burn the cheese. Let me do that real quick. Whoops, not parchment paper. Oh my goodness, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. Whew. These headaches, they just kind of wipe out my head, wipe out my brain, and I just cannot think or concentrate. Okay, it's ready to go in the oven now. So let's put that in and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, I've successfully foil wrapped this pan of enchiladas. It says enchiladas, 2 chicken, 1 black bean and corn, thaw, bake at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. And I have the date on there. So if it happens to get lost in the pile of freezer meals in the freezer, we will not die from frostbite. It doesn't actually go bad in the freezer. It just might have a funky taste if you let it sit too long. So it's not unsafe. It just may not be as tasty. Alrighty, I will catch you when the enchiladas are ready. We'll be having black beans with our, not black beans. Yes, take 2. We'll be having refried beans with our enchiladas. Okay, so this is take 2 because either I'm a bonehead and can't figure out my camera today or the recording just shut off. And it's most likely it was the former rather than the latter because it's one of those kind of days where I've had a headache since yesterday and it is not letting up. And I don't know about you, if you ever get bad headaches, I'm really sorry. I know that Michelle from Pocketful of Primary gets migraines too, so I know she feels my pain, literally. But I really don't wish this upon anyone because you kind of feel brain damaged when you've had one long enough. Like there's Onyx. I was kind of afraid that I wasn't going to be real smooth on the road today. There's the timer. Let's check out what it looks like when I take it out of the oven. Yay! Okay, here we go. Let's hope I don't burn myself. Okay. Ooh. All right, let me turn this over here. Whoop. Okay, let's take off the foil. Oh, it's looking fancy. Okay, it needs a little longer. I think I put it in for 15 minutes, but here, let me bring you over here. All right, if you can see that, you see, whoops, I'm getting you out of frame. Sorry about the seasickness. Okay, you see how now all the cheese is melted? So now we're gonna take the foil off and leave it in for 5-ish minutes, and we'll see how that turns out, okay? All right, so let me throw that, well, not literally throw it because that would be really dumb. Let me put it back in the oven carefully because this is going to be tasty. Oop. Yes, thank you, timer. All right, timer, 5 minutes. Whoop. Yeah, I can count to 5. Okay, anyway, in the meantime, while we're, whoa, extreme close-up, sorry about that. Woo! Oh, this vlog is gonna be, yeah. Okay, so I brought a crap ton of stuff home to do at home. I have one big kind of major project that I decided at the last minute to do because that's how I work. I just pull stuff out of my hat at the last second and go, oh, I have just enough time to get that done with a lot of stress. So when that little project or big project, however you want to look at it, is finished and these little things here that I'm going to show you are finished, then I think I'll be ready to do my classroom reveal because I spent literally all day in my classroom. I left here at probably 8, right before 8, and I left my classroom at 4:15 Now, mind you, I got caught up in a couple of, I got caught up in a couple of conversations that lasted probably 10 minutes each. So that's 20 minutes shot of my day. But I didn't eat anything today, which was really dumb, actually. I just felt cruddy when I left, and that's the last thing on my mind was food. So I've got my tea here, and I actually thought about getting a Coke at school because that's kind of one of the things I do when I have an awful headache. I have kind of a routine that I follow. I take a hot shower, and then I soak in the tub, and I have jets that run. So I have that kind of go on my neck and stuff. And then I try to drink something warm like this tea. And I take Excedrin, and I have to eat a little something with that, otherwise it upsets my stomach horribly. So then you got a double whammy. And then I usually drink at least part of a Coke. I don't know if you heard that squeak. Onyx is playing with something in the corner. So anyway, that's probably more than you ever wanted to know about my headaches, but there you go. So let's get to the fun stuff. All right, well, however you want to look at it, it's up to you. Okay, so let me start with this. Oh, okay, this is heavy. Let me just show you. Oh, there goes some of it. This is one of my little Sterilite drawers from one of my drawer units that I brought home, so I've been using it. Oh, goodness. Been using it as like a work bucket type thing, and it actually went to my classroom yesterday when my daughter had to register for her junior year of high school. How did that happen? Anyway, and on the way home, we stopped by my classroom and dumped a whole bunch of stuff off because her boyfriend was with us, so I had some manual labor. Yes. So it still took 2 trips with 3 of us. But it was like all this awesome stuff that I had made from TpT and laminated and cut and just little different things. And you'll see them when I do my amazing classroom reveal. Man, I hope it's really good because this is a lot of buildup. No pressure or anything. Onyx, seriously, child, back up. Ugh, just like a child, like a 2-year-old, very stubborn. Okay, Daughtry CD that I love in the car. Okay, most of the stuff in this bucket thingy drawer that I showed you has birthday bag items in it because I thought, you know what, why would I want to sit in my classroom and put all those together when I could do it at home, and then I could just bring the bags finished to my room. Yay. All right, so I have a bubble gum that will go in the birthday bags, and I have these straws, and I will show you what goes on the straws because they're, oh, here we go. Well, let me take out the plastic in case there's a glare. Okay, so these, and I'm fumble fingers now. Goodness, okay. These little things go on the straws. And if I could get a straw out, I think I dumped the ones that were open. The little squiggly straws, these things. I used to get them at Walmart, but they stopped carrying them around me. And then I used to get them at Dollar General, and they stopped carrying them too. And I'm like, is this a conspiracy? Are you trying to keep straws away from me? Anyway, so I found like a huge pack on Amazon like 3 years ago or something. And so I've just been using them every year, and eventually I'll run out and I'll have to get more. But I just tape the straw on the back of the thing. I made these. This was from a clip art set, Chalkboard Brights clip art set. And if I can find it on TpT, I will link it because it's something I bought from there. So it would be in my purchase list. But let me be honest with you, I have hundreds of things on there probably by now because I've been buying from TpT for several years. So if I find it, it'll be under the description, and if not, you'll know why I didn't find it. Anyway, I just add my own doodads on here, and so this year's pineapples, and you'll see more pineapple stuff in my classroom. There's the timer again. Let's check out the food. This time we'll turn the timer off so it's not so annoying. Oh yeah, cheesy goodness. Oh, check that out. Can you see it? It's still got a little bit of melting to do, yeah. So let's put it in for 2 more minutes. Boop, boop. And my husband's not home yet anyway, so maybe that'll be perfect timing. Okay, anyway, so the birthday straws go in here. And I have a little bucket that I stack these in, kind of like a bouquet. These are like birthday balloons, but not exactly. Anyway, you'll understand more when I put them together and show you the bucket at school. I mean, I didn't bring the bucket. Well, I might have the bucket actually because it's probably in this ripped up bag that I brought home. See this owl bag? That was the birthday bag last year because I had owls as my... I had owls as my theme last year. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk. Anyway, the bucket might be in here. If I find it when I pull stuff out, I will show you. Okay, and then I have Smarties. They'll get a Smartie candy roll. They'll get a balloon. And some other stuff that I just can't get right now. So I will show you the process. How about that? Okay, something else I brought home to work on are these parent information flip books, and it ends up being, it's 3 colors. I don't know if you can see. I've got, these are bright colors, like these are Astro Brights. So I've got like a neon orange, a lime green, and a hot pink. And I'll show you these too, and I'll explain every page. I brought home my desk tags, of which I don't have desks. These actually hang in their cubbies, and I just need to trim the lamination off. And I have, there's my husband coming in. I have math books that I need to put together, and bulletin board stuff I need to trim, and birthday book covers I need to trim, and probably something else that I'm not remembering. So I'll show you everything later, but it's time to eat, so I will talk to you later.
Another yummy weeknight meal. Hope you try it.